I'm glad you're with Gryffindor. That's good.
Yeah,
me
good.
too.
Good shirt. So how's your con been?
It's been great. It's been really, really cool. It's been a real experience. I mean, we love this every year. It's crazy. It's insane. It's hot, but it's brilliant. I love it when we finally get to the panel and we kind of reveal all the new stuff that we can. That really pleases me, and then people's reactions to it. So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm hot and happy.
That's great. So how are you guys balancing? I mean, there was a long period of time where Star Wars was just focused on the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And now you've got this entire universe to kind of play in with all these new characters. So how are you working on balancing out the old fans and the new fans, and scale-wise, and
so I think let's start with the big picture. So the portfolio of products, there may be a couple of hundred products, etc. that we have to sort of tailor for different people. We got fans like you and me, for our age. We got little 4-year-olds. I'm looking around. There's loads of kids about. So our 3 3/4 inch 5-point articulated is more kid focused. I want the kids to be able to buy like more than one. Hence why it's kind of less parts of articulation. Hence a little bit cheaper. The 6-inch, a lot more adult collector, or I'll say more mature fan. Now I'm seeing 12-year-olds getting into Black Series 6-inch. So splitting up like that, we gotta please a lot of people, because like 10 years ago it was like collectors, like adult, like me and you collecting them. But that's changed and it's different, and I like it because we need the kids to be collectors. Like you and I would imagine, fell in love with Star Wars at a young age, right? Yeah, and we had what we had, and we just fell in love with it. So without the kids falling in love with it again, you and I are just getting older. So that sort of principle at a high scale, at a lower scale in terms of different movies and characters and what do we choose, it's almost impossible. There's so many characters, so many vehicles and things to choose from. We obviously align ourselves to the latest piece of entertainment, which is yearly. But we always make sure there's a chunk of product that we can then pepper in that's original trilogy, prequel. See we've done Lando released, we got Qui-Gon, Hera from Rebels, so I kind of like that because you feel like you have a bit more choice. You get the new characters, you do them. So there are principles at high level and at low level that we all kind of work towards.
So the Black Series, kind of working through all the different characters. Are you guys formulaically doing it, where it's like, or is it just whatever kind of is?
It's a little bit of emotion into it. I'm not gonna lie. We've recently really started listening online and on Instagram and seeing who fans want and what they're doing with the figures. So, for example, there was a lot. I saw a lot of Hoth dioramas. People doing Hoth and stuff like that with Luke and the Wampa and things. So we kind of went, well, we've got the AT-AT driver and the snowtrooper. They're not a pair, but they kind of feel in the same like little sort of vignette. Let's do them. And so I wouldn't say it's a formula, but we kind of hear things and see things and kind of group things together. So we might do some Empire Strikes Back. So we went, we'll do Lando. Let's do Lando.
How is the Black Series, the 6-inch Black Series, evolving as far as from Wave 1 to where you are now?
Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is sort of add a little bit more interest into it sometimes. So, for example, the exclusive San Diego Comic-Con exclusive this year, you'll notice we're adding like little props. So Ben comes with the table with the electronic, the Leia hologram. Kylo comes with the helmet and the banner and things like that. So little things just to build out. Because we all put things on our office desk or on our shelf, or the whole Instagram explosion of posing and photographing is incredible. So props, I like the idea of props and kind of building them out. The vehicles, we did a TIE Fighter this year, not announcing anything now here, but we still like the idea of vehicles for 6-inch figures. So and we've got other things in the pipeline that.
And I was kind of wondering a little more production-wise. And looking at like how the articulation changes, because Marvel has been doing 6-inch for 15 years now, and it's newer for the Star Wars line.
Yeah.
So joints changing, articulation changing. So looking at that evolution of
or is
it aesthetically trying to stay the same?
Yeah, I mean, we always have a long discussion like double jointed elbows, those kind of things. Sometimes we'll do it, sometimes we won't. The double jointed has a very distinctive look. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the armor on certain things or the folds on the way it works, we choose not to do that. We may choose a different way. We should be doing at least 90 degrees, if not more. And if it's got soft goods, we'll certainly put those in there. But the articulation we're always looking at. We're looking at We're actually looking at a potentially different way of doing the head at the moment, because what we also want to do is do a better job of hitting deco accuracy. We're very aware that sometimes we miss that, so we've got something we're playing with, like a different methodology of actually holding the head to print on it. So that's something that we're always looking at to improve. You may not see it in the final product. You may go, oh, that's different, but hopefully you'll see better deco application and better deco accuracy. So
and something that didn't come up so much at Toy Fair because it was more general, but Walmart's Black Series, how is their 3 3/4 better articulation stuff? Is that going to continue, or are you looking?
At the moment, there's no plans to change from Walmart at the moment.
Okay.
I think Joe Nalavaji mentioned on the panel that we are talking a lot about how do we evolve that? Like, what does that become?
Yeah.
And I know that you always get the same answer to this question.
Just wait and see.
It will come back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to. It's like usually you could probably copy and paste from a previous answer. Like, when's the right time? But no, we are actively now talking about what else? How do we do this? And how do we listen to you guys and sort of work out how to do it properly?
Well, that Ray was just excellent. The Ray in that series, and it's great because I've got the big Millennium Falcon, so it fits with those and the articulation. So like I want to continue building that.
There you go.
So how the TIE Fighter did well?
So it's sold okay. Yeah, it's sold good. It's sold good. I mean, we just need to evaluate. We got a lot of feedback by people saying, "Fabulous, love it." But it's just too big, it's a big box.
Right.
How do you get it on the shelf? It takes up a lot of space. So we're kind of looking at like, there's a speeder bike all the way up to an ATAT. What are the scales? What are the right things to do going forward?
So what are you looking forward to in design-wise, or your short list of not? I'd never like to ask what's coming, but like your personal favorites where you're looking at like at some point in the line, I really want to see this there.
Wow. Now, what can I say? I certainly want to see improvements. I want to see consistency. Let's say that rather than improvements, because sometimes we do a really great job, and sometimes we miss. But consistency, I want. Expanding the vehicle. I think the prop. I mentioned the prop thing. That kind of idea of expanding. That kind of idea of like, here's a figure on its own. I don't like that because I don't think that's what people do. They kind of put them on shelves and they arrange them and they put them in groups or classes.
Right.
I like the idea of spreading that out. We started with Ray and Kylo putting on the Starkiller base.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that idea. I don't want it to overtake the figures, but I like the idea of building worlds within Black Series. That's what I'm looking for. Building world with it. It's similar like we do with the 3 3/4 inch. Maybe not as explicitly.
Yeah.
But I think people want that. I'm hearing it. So.
Yeah. No. Definitely. They're definitely great parts. Well, thank you so much.
No worries.
I really appreciate it.